Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we are going to continue to talk about Dirty Dancing. That's right, Dirty Dancing, that lovely, lovely, wonderful musical romantic movie from 1987. Is a fucking piece of shit. It's fucking fairy tale land. It's fantasy land. It's lollipop land. For all you out there that fucking watched this movie and fucking fell in love, there's something fucking wrong with you, okay? Okay? There's something seriously fucking wrong with you. All right, and I can understand you enjoying this movie, but what the fuck? How the fuck could you ever fucking think something like this would happen in real life? Okay, Star Wars is more fucking believable than this fucking piece of shit. I'm saying that right now, and I said it back then. I'm not trying to go down on the people that were in this movie. Obviously, Patrick Swayze is extremely talented actor. Okay, not so much in this, but he's in other things I've seen him in. He's a very talented actor. He's an incredible fucking dancer. I'm not taking any of that away from him. Okay, I think Jennifer Grey did an incredible job in this movie. She's by far the best actress in this fucking movie was Jennifer Grey. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Okay, even though her career amounted to shit. Okay, well that's her own fault because she had the plastic. She had her nose, her big fucking schnauzer Jewish nose that she has. She got rid of it, and then nobody recognized her. So nobody wanted to hire her anymore. That's her own fault. Okay, and I can understand the appeal. The music is very good in this movie. It's a period piece. It takes place in the '60s. I'm sure there was a lot of middle-aged women in the '80s that were reliving their childhood by watching this movie. Okay, and then they mixed in some contemporary music in there from the '80s, which makes no fucking sense. I mean, I can understand why they did that. They did that because they wanted to get the young, hot teeny boppers in there in the theater to watch this movie, and they wanted some music for them, some new music for them that they could relate to. Okay, but it's kind of fucked up because you got these people from the 1960s that are singing along and dancing along to songs that came out in fucking 1987. It makes no fucking sense. Okay, it's not the only movie that's done it. It's been done again, unfortunately, but it just throws me off of the movie. It breaks the spell. It reminds me that it's 1987. Okay, instead of fucking supposed to be transported to 1963. Okay, if the movie is timeless, okay, it can transport you to any fucking time period, okay, until it fucking reminds you of what era it's really from, and it's like, oh shit, okay, you broke the spell, and this movie did that, all right. Basically, this movie is just a fucking big jerk off session for women. It really is. Okay, I'm sorry, ladies, if that offends you. Okay, but guys that are watching this, any of you fucking straight guys out there that have fucking sat through this fucking movie, you know it's the fucking truth, okay? It's basically porn for girls, okay? It's the same fucking bullshit, all right? It's just fucking this character. There's not even a real character here. He's just a fucking archetype, okay? He's the hot fucking dancer, okay? The bad boy. Okay, because he wears the leather jacket and the sunglasses and the t-shirt, okay, and he dances provocatively, okay? Well, I'm sure this shit fucking, threw people for a loop back in 1963, but in 1987 is pretty fucking tame, okay? And today it ain't shit, all right? I mean, we got fucking twerking now, okay? We got all that fucking shit today. This is nothing compared to that, okay? And the dancing is very good, though, although I do think that Patrick Swayze could have done a little bit more. He's a much better dancer than me, first one to admit it, okay? But some of the stuff in there just seemed kind of monotonous, okay? And I'll get to that when that scene appears, all right? Otherwise, this movie is fucking lollipop land, okay? This shit would never fucking happen in real life. Okay, it's basically some fan fiction that was written by Eleanor Bergstein, a Jewish girl who grew up in New York, in Brooklyn, a high Jewish community in New York, and her dad was a rich fucking doctor, and her older sister was named Frances. Okay, and her dad used to take her to the Catskill Mountains every fucking year. Okay, and she took him to this place. Okay, and there she studied dance while she was a teenager. There, she became the Mambo Queen in the Catskills. Okay, and I'm sure she fucked a lot of Johnny Castles while she was there. But she ain't gonna talk about that because I'm pretty sure she wasn't fucking 17 when she did it, okay? Yeah, how'd your dad like watching this movie, or was he still alive? Who the fuck knows, all right? But most girls can relate to that, fucking a bunch of guys with their dad not knowing about it, Well, for those of you that actually have dads nowadays, they're very, very few and far between, okay? At least your biological dad living with you and raising you, that's very few and far between, especially in 2023. Okay, back in the 60s, it was expected, it was more common, all right? The divorce rates hadn't gotten all crazy like they are now. All right. So anyway, so that's what happened to her. So she just decided to write a story about her childhood, about her blossoming, you could say. Okay, her coming of age, you could say. And that's what this is, okay? And just like Twilight, okay, it's fan fiction, okay? You've got some fucking girl who's average looking. Let's face it, Jennifer Grey. She's attractive. I'm not saying she's ugly. She's got a great body on her, you know. But she ain't the best looking girl in the world. I mean, she's not, okay? And it's a girl. It's an average looking girl, okay, who gets the fucking the super high sexually market valued guy, the high value guy to fall in love with her. Okay, this is fucking bullshit. This is the same shit we see guys fantasizing, you know? Like you got the nerdy guy with the glasses with the fucking tape on the fucking side of the glasses, you know, jerking off to the captain of the cheerleading team. You know, he knows in real life he's never gonna fuck that girl. That girl's not gonna notice him. She's gonna make fun of him. She's not attracted to him. She wants the football player jock with the ripped abs and the fucking in the Porsche. You know, she doesn't want this fucking asshole, you know? But, you know, in those movies, you know, he gets her. He wins her over. Right? Right? Okay, well, that's what this fucking shit is. She gets the hot, popular guy. Okay, the bad boy, Johnny Castle. You don't even have a fucking real name. Why don't you just call him Touch Connors? Why don't you just call him Rex Powers? You know? What the fuck? Romeo Skywalker. I mean, get the fuck out of here. It's not even a real fucking person. You know, that's a stupid ass fucking name. It's like a porn name. You know, anyway. So, yeah, and she manages to land him. Get the fuck out of here. Do you really honestly think a guy like that would ever fucking fall in love with your fucking underage ass? Okay? He'd have one neck looking over his shoulder all the time for the fucking cops to arrest him for fucking statutory rape. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not saying he wouldn't fuck her, but he wouldn't be flaunting it. You know, I mean, anyway. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that, okay? And don't fucking tell me for 1 second that a fucking 35-year-old Patrick Swayze is really a 25-year-old John. Get the fuck out of here. He does not look 25. All right. Although she does look 17, even though she's really 26. Jennifer Grey was when she filmed this movie. Okay. Let's move along here, okay? I'm Diego. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. I'm going to give you that fucking point of view that you didn't get when you watch this fucking movie with your girlfriends and your gay friends and your fucking slumber parties and you're jerking off with your fucking vibrators to Johnny Castle shaking his ass and his hips everywhere. Get the fuck out of here with that noise, all right? Now I can understand. Hey, we're all human. We're all human, okay? I've had my own experiences, okay, looking at sexy women in movies, okay, when I was hitting puberty. So I'm not condemning you for what you did, okay? We've all done it, okay? We've all done it, you know? Sometimes, you know, you have to fucking take matters into your own hands, if you know what I mean, ladies, or your fingers in your case, you know? You gotta double click your mouse. But anyway, we're not talking about that right now. What we're talking about is this is a coming of age, so obviously a lot of young teenage girls that were coming of age that went to my fucking high school, my junior high school, okay, who couldn't fucking shut up about this fucking movie, okay? This was their introduction to fucking, you know, to fantasizing about an older guy. You know, it was. I mean, he was everywhere in 1987. Okay, I didn't watch this fucking movie when it came out. I watched it like a year later on cable on TV. Okay, of course I didn't go to the fucking theater to go see it. Okay, but every girl I knew was talking about it. My babysitter already had the hots for Patrick Swayze. My cousin, who was like around my age, she had the fucking hots for Patrick Swayze. I mean, every fucking girl in school had the hots for Patrick Swayze. I'm talking like 13, 12-year-old girls that were like my age. Okay, had the hots for fucking Patrick Swayze. Okay, at this time, none of the guys were talking about Jennifer Grey though. None of them were. But yeah, they're all talking about fucking Patrick Swayze. He was on all the fucking magazine covers, you know. He was always on MTV. Every fucking song from this movie was getting played over and over again on MTV. It was on the fucking radio all the fucking time. You could not get away from Patrick Swayze, okay, in 1987, 88. Okay, this is the movie that launched his career. He'd done some other stuff before this, but this is the one that put him in the fucking cultural zeitgeist, okay? It was Dirty Dancing, okay, because it was such a successful fucking movie, okay? But yeah, I'm going to take it apart anyway because it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Avengers Infinity War is more realistic than this. Okay, and that's what I'm going to talk about here, ladies. Sorry, ladies, I'm going to break the fucking spell. Okay, I'm going to tell you the honest to God what a real straight man, okay, would do in this situation, how they would act, and how it would really go in real life. Not what you see in this bullshit fucking movie, okay, but how it would go in real life. Hey, you know what, ladies out there, if you're going to write some shit like this, you know, and I've said this before about Sex and the City, okay, this movie, Dirty Dancing, was written by a woman named Eleanor Bergstein, rich Jewish woman, okay, she didn't write very many screenplays. She only wrote like 3, and this is one of them, okay, and it was directed by a gay guy, okay, Okay, so already there's no straight man representation in this movie behind the scenes, contributing to the story. If they'd gotten a straight man to be involved in the screenplay, not only would they have to give him credit for it, okay, but it would be a little bit more realistic. Okay, more guys would have liked this movie. Okay, more guys would have shown up to go see it. Okay, hey, we're all about fucking seeing movies where, boy meet girl movies. We're attracted to that stuff too. I am too. Okay, but if it's not realistic, if the guys don't act like guys, then we're not gonna fucking buy it. We're not gonna watch it. Remember, this is stupid. I went in there with an open mind. I heard so much about this fucking movie. I was like, okay, guy falls in love with a girl. Well, I know what that's like. Let's see how it turns out. And it's just bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit. Guys don't act this way. They don't do this stuff. Guys like this don't act this way. Okay? And I've known a little bit more about guys than you do, ladies. Okay? I have been friends with all types of guys. Guys that can't get laid and guys that can't stop getting laid. Okay? All different types. Rich, poor, different colors, doesn't fucking matter. Okay? I know plenty of guys, okay, that are straight. Okay? And they don't act like this. Okay, they don't act like this. Okay, I'll tell you how they really act. I don't know which one's worse. Okay, this or what they really do. Okay, but that's what I'm gonna tell you here. Okay, so let's move right along. Okay, now where we left off last time, we were introduced to Baby, played by fucking Jennifer Grey. She's 17 years old. She wants to change the fucking world, according to her dad. Okay, they're at the fucking Catskills Mountain Resort, Kellerman Estates. Okay, that's where they are right now. Max Kellerman's the owner. His grandson is this snivy little fucking worm who runs around barking off orders and bragging about himself and how he's the fucking catch of the town. All this kind of shit. He's got his eyes on Baby. He wants to fuck her. Okay. Max Kellerman. His grandson's name is Neil Kellerman. Okay. And he just basically, his grandpa owns the fucking resort. So he just tells everyone what to do. Okay. And he's going to school at Cornell for fucking hotel management. Yeah. Good for him. All right. Anyway, Baby's there with her parents. She's got an older sister named Lisa, okay? And she's a daddy's girl. She loves her dad more than anything. The only thing she likes more than her dad is fucking bad boys, all right? And dirty dancing, apparently. So they're there, and she's bored, and she just walks around by herself everywhere, with no supervision at all, like nobody knows where the fuck she is. Nobody can track her down. There were no cell phones back then, So she's just walking around at night in her fucking sweater and her skirt, being a fucking teeny bopper girl, okay? But you can tell that she's frustrated with her life. Her dad always speaks for her. She never gets to speak for herself. Nobody notices her in this movie. Okay, not even the guys that she's with or the guys she's standing next to or the people she's talking to. Nobody notices her, which is bullshit. That's the first bullshit flag right there. Okay, I'm sorry, but if I'm talking to a girl and she's looking at me like she's all fucking uninterested, I'm gonna stop talking to her. Okay, that's just decency, okay? There's plenty of fucking girls at this resort, okay? But nobody notices that. The guy just keeps fucking talking to her. Even though it's clearly obvious she doesn't want to fucking talk to him. She's just trying to be polite and not fucking tell him to fuck off, okay? It's pretty fucking obvious to anyone who's there, okay? But nobody notices it. And that's just bullshit right there. Anyway. So she's dancing with this twerp, Neil Kellerman, and he's bragging about fucking how he has all the authority and all this kind of shit there, all right? And then he needs somebody to help him with a magic act, okay, for the magician, for another part of the resort. So, of course, Baby's dad, Frank, the doctor, volunteers her. So next thing you know, she's getting sawed in half by a magician in front of a crowd of people. She does not want to fucking be there, but she does it anyway. She walks off stage. She gets a big fucking chicken. I wonder what happened to that chicken. Who gives a shit? Anyway, Wayne Knight is there. You know who he is. He's fucking Newman from fucking Seinfeld. He plays like some stand-up comedian slash, I don't know, counselor or some shit there at the resort, whatever. He does this fucking awesome joke about how he fucking met this girl that's exactly like his mom. She looks like his mom, dressed like his mom, talks like his mom. He brought her home to meet his parents, and his dad doesn't like her. That's a funny joke. Anyway, the next thing we have here, okay, well, first of all, let's get this out of the way, okay? The female fantasy trope. Okay, here you've got, like I said, the average girl, okay, Jennifer Grey's the average girl, okay, that wins the love of the hot guy, the hot popular guy, okay? Not only is he super good looking, okay, but everyone knows who he is, everybody likes him, everybody respects him, he's super fucking talented, okay? He's super fucking confident, he's fucking everything, okay? He's fucking everything that girls want, all right? And of course, a guy like that's gonna fall in love with some fucking 17-year-old homebody girl with a fucking big nose. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, okay? Well, like I said, this happened in Twilight. The whole fucking Twilight franchise is based on this. I mean, you're a new girl, okay, living with your dad. You had a bad relationship with your mom. You have no fucking siblings, right? Okay, you're living with your fucking dad. You go to a new school. You're the new girl. You ain't the best looking girl. You ain't the smartest girl. You're not the anything girl. You're just the fucking new girl. Okay, nobody likes you. Okay, so what do when you're sitting by yourself at the lunch counter? You fantasize about being friends with the cool kids. You know, especially the one that the hot guy hangs out with. You know, you fantasize about being with the cool kids. The pretty girls accept you. The hot guys accept you. They come from the cool family. You know, they have they have the highest social status in the fucking classroom in the whole fucking school. So you fantasize about shit like that, and that's where you get fucking Twilight. Okay, well, it's the same shit as this. Okay, you got some nerdy girl fucking there. Okay, by herself. You know, her parents don't fucking pay attention to her. No one pays attention to her. So what does she do? She fantasizes about meeting some hot fucking bad boy who listens to rock and roll. Ooh, you know. Hey, remember this is before the Beatles. And you know, before any of that shit, before the Beatles even showed up, okay, you know, before JFK was even assassinated, okay, America was still a little bit innocent. You know, the 50s hadn't quite left the decade yet, okay? So, you know, so you fantasize about being with the hot guy, the popular guy, the cool guy, the older guy, the experienced guy, the charming guy, the confident guy, you know? You know, the guy that knows how to fucking move his hips, you know? That's just a fantasy. That's all this fucking movie is. It's a fucking fantasy. Now, I'm not saying if this was real life, would a girl like her fuck Johnny Castle? Of course, it did happen in real life. She wrote a fucking movie about it, okay? But what I'm saying is the stuff that he does in this movie, he would not have fallen in love with her. He would not have fallen in love. There's a lot of shit he would not have done, but we're going to get to that, okay? I'm just giving you a preamble here of what's to come. Okay, so that goes on here. Okay, baby goes out for an evening walk by herself, like I said, unattended, and she's dressed very conservatively. She's got a sweater on, a long skirt on and shit, you know, her gym shoes and shit. You know, she's not dressed like all sexy or tight clothes or nothing like that. Okay, there's a huge sign there next to the dumpster that tells her that it's for staff. The staff quarters are ahead and no guests are allowed. Well, she looks at that sign, she reads it, and she ignores it and keeps going down there. Okay, so already she's looking to get her fucking dad in trouble. Okay, now her dad, Jake, okay, the doctor, his best friend is the owner of this fucking fucking Catskill Mountain Resort, okay? And so for her to fucking already start breaking the rules, you know, would look bad on him, okay? It would look bad on him, okay? So, you know, there's Max Kellerman, the owner of the resort. He has rules for his staff. They are not allowed to intermingle with the guests at all. Okay, not the entertainment staff, not the poor people that work there, okay? Now, the rich people that are just there for their summer jobs, like the waiters and shit, you know, the ones that are going to Ivy League schools and are rich and don't fucking need to work there, they're just there to build a network, you know, and get letters of recommendation and shit like that, okay? The ones that are encouraged by Max Kellerman to fuck the young girls, even the dogs, he says that in the movie, even the dogs. Okay, those guys can do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, they're a high ranking in the social status. Okay, these are the guys that the men there want their daughters to fuck. Okay, the Ivy League educated medical school students. Okay, you know, that's what they want. Okay, and they are encouraged to fuck the girls. However, the poor boys that work there, the poor people that work there, they are not allowed to socialize with the rich Jewish guests that are there. So of course, baby's going to break the rules. She's going to go down there. Okay, she walks down there. Okay, to the staff quarters. Okay. She hears some rock and roll music coming from a fucking shed somewhere. Okay, it's coming from like a cabana house. Okay. A clubhouse, okay? And she runs into Billy. Now, we met Billy before. He's a poor guy that works there. He's this young kid, probably around her age, you know. He's got this T-shirt on that says Kellerman's on it, you know. And he's carrying a bunch of water. He's carrying 3 watermelons. They're really big. He can't really carry them. So a baby decides to fucking help him carry them. He tells her, hey, you can't come in there. Guests are not allowed in here. You can't get caught. You got to go back, you know? We'll get in trouble. You know, she doesn't give a shit. She says, no, she carries one of the watermelons and she goes in there with him, okay? Because he's a fucking pushover, okay? Despite the fact that he could get everybody there, could get fired. Maybe not at the same time. I don't think Max Kellerman's that dumb to fire everyone at the same time. But someone's going to get in trouble, okay? Someone is going to get in trouble for her being there if the Kellermans or the snidely little fucking piece of shit fucking Neil finds out about a guest hanging out with the staff. Okay, one of the fucking at least someone in the fucking staff is gonna get in trouble for this. All right, but she doesn't give a shit about them or their jobs. She decides to go up there anyway. Okay, yeah, some of it's because she's only fucking 17 years old. Okay, and she's excited. She hears some fucking dirty rock and roll music, you know, that she probably doesn't listen to on the radio. Okay, and so she decides to go up there to see what's going on. There's a lot of people over there. She can hear it. Okay, so she goes in there despite fucking Billy's warnings. Okay, and you know. So that happened. Okay, once again, nobody pays attention to baby. All right, so she goes in there with Billy and gets an eyeful. a big eye full of people grinding on each other. They're basically all dry humping each other. They're wearing more revealing clothes. Well, it was revealing for the 1960s. Okay, some girl pulls up her skirt. You can see her whole thigh grinding on a guy. There's all couples there. There's no single people at all sitting on the corner by themselves. Everyone is in a couple, and it's all heterosexual. Which, yeah, I understand, because, how movies were made back then and stuff. But, something like shit like this would never fly in 2023. you know? There's got to be some ugly people sitting in the corner somewhere by the bar or something, okay? Or lonely guys or some shit like that. You always see that, okay? Or you'll even see like gay couples dancing with each other today, okay? But in 1960, everybody's heterosexual, everybody's white. There's one black couple and they're dancing with each other, okay? But everyone's heterosexual, everyone's white. There's no one by themselves. The only people that don't have a partner in this room, okay, is fucking Billy and Baby. That's it. And they're carrying watermelons. And the song we hear is Do You Love Me, Now That I Can Dance by the Contours, which came out in real life. That song came out the year earlier in 1962. This movie takes place in 1963. Okay, so that would have still been a popular song, okay? Do you love me? I can really move. Now do you love me? Out in the groove. Yeah, that song. You all know that song, all right. Anyway, so Baby's just like... Okay, because she's never seen people dance like this, okay? They're not really dancing that good. Nothing, I can dance better than this, okay? But it's just the fact that people are grinding on each other, and she's not used to seeing that. You didn't see that on the fucking Ed Sullivan Show, okay? You didn't see that on American Bandstand back then, okay? So she's getting basically a prequel to fucking the 80s, okay? Of what's to come, all right? No pun intended, all right? So she's like, where do they learn to dance like that? And Billy's like, oh, I don't know. We danced like that in our basements back home. So yeah, so it wasn't like an underground thing. So I guess this kind of rock and roll was an underground thing. Remember, it was black music. Rock and roll originally started as black music, and it was appropriated by white people. It was started by fucking by people like Little Richard. They propagated this music. It was dirty music. It was bad music, but it caught on. And then all of a sudden you fucking get Elvis in there, who's a white boy, but he sounds black, and boom, next thing you know, rock and roll has officially been appropriated. It's officially become white music. You see what I mean? But it was black music originally, okay? And the Contours, the people that are singing this song, are black. It's a black band, all right? So that's going on here. All of a sudden, Johnny Castle and Penny arrive. Now, Johnny Castle obviously is Patrick Swayze, okay, and Penny is played by Cynthia Rhodes, okay. They're both professional dancers in real life, so they come in there, okay, and they're all like, oh, they're all excited. She's wearing a dress, and he's like halfway out of a tuxedo. He's still got the tuxedo shirt on, but no bow tie. He's open collar. He took off the jacket. He's just wearing the pants, and she's wearing the dress, but without the headpiece and all that shit. Her hair's down now, okay. So they get all excited at this song too. So they start dancing to it. Of course, they're the best dancers in the room. Okay, Billy tells Baby, hey, that's my cousin Johnny. He's the one that got me the job here. So that's going on, and they're dancing. Obviously, they're better than everybody else. They're dancing like crazy. Okay. And Baby, you can tell Baby's getting all fucking wet. This is the guy she likes. She saw him dancing earlier, okay, when she was dancing with Penny earlier in the ballroom of the hotel. Okay, they were doing a mambo, okay, and now they're dirty dancing now to rock and roll. Again, she's getting all fucking horny and wet, and you can see it in her eyes. Like, she's just like, oh, like something just got wet down there. Yeah, and they really are putting on a show. They're really good, okay? They're dancing really good. The only criticism I have of the dancing, obviously they dance a lot better than me. Okay, but there's one part in this where it's mostly Cynthia Rhodes doing it. It's Penny doing it, okay? Where she does this. And it was just so fucking stupid. Just like I did it. Okay, like. Just like that. Like, who the fuck choreographed this shit? Don't put that in there. That looks stupid. That looks fucking. I thought that looked dumb as fuck, like you're punching up, Just like that, with their face. Just like that. What the fuck was that, man? They put that, everything else was perfect except for that. That kind of fucked it all up. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, So that's going on here. That's my only complaint with the dance sequence, okay? Is that part was just stupid as fuck, okay? But of course, Baby just can't take her eyes off of them. you know, mostly off of him, okay? And Billy's like, you know, you think, baby, that they were a couple in real life, the way that they're dancing, but you know what? They're not. They're not since we were kids. They're not together, baby. You know what? The problem with Johnny is that he can't seem to find a 17-year-old big-nosed rich Jewish girl to fuck. If only he had a girl like that, he'd be happier than a pig in shit. But where's he gonna find one in a fucking all-Jewish resort for families? I know, right? It sucks to be him. Yeah, that's basically what he tells her, okay? Which is bullshit. It's just a plot device to get her to fucking go in there. Now that she knows that he's not, actually not with this girl, that she thinks she has a chance. And that's telling the audience, oh, I got a chance with him because he's not really with her. They're just dancing partners. Well, they used to fuck, but not anymore, right? Right? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, okay? Oh, yeah, and of course, once she hears that, she just gets even wetter, man. Even wetter. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's bullshit. Okay, and then the next scene we see here while they're dancing is Johnny picks her up and she puts her knees on his shoulders, you know, facing him, and puts her pussy right in his fucking face. And they start gyrating, you know? Like, all he has to go, just like that, in front of everybody. Now, if a straight fucking heterosexual man had written the script, that scene right there, that would have been babies, like, would have gotten all excited when she heard what Billy said about him being single. He's not really dating this girl. Okay, but once she saw that, then she would have been like, oh, well, never mind. I guess he is seeing her after all. That's what a normal girl would have thought if a straight guy had written it. But of course, it wasn't written by a straight guy. It was written by a woman, you know, jerking off, and a gay guy who directed it. Okay, so what happens is nothing happens. She still thinks she has a shot with him. Okay, now later on in the movie, I'm going to spoil. You've already seen this movie, or else you've been watching this video. Okay, but obviously Penny was dating somebody at this time. She was dating Bobby. Okay, Bobby Gould, okay, the asshole Jewish guy who's going to fucking Yale Medical School, okay, who's actually trying to fuck Lisa, baby's sister right now, okay, he's a big fucking asshole, okay, and she's actually dating him at this time, okay, and there's a subplot coming on later on where she's pregnant, and, you know, he's the dad, he's the one to acknowledge the baby, so she has to get an abortion, okay, but we haven't gotten to that yet in the story, but we find that out happens. Let me tell you something, okay, if I was Bobby Gould and I saw the girl I was dating, Penny, dancing with Johnny that way, with her pussy right in his fucking face, up there in the air for everybody to fucking see, okay, yeah, I wouldn't be with her either, okay? I would have dumped her ass too, okay? I would have, okay? Not only that, okay, but if she had told me he's just my dance partner, you know, and, you know, we just have to dance that way, and then I saw that, I would think like, number one, okay, no, first of all, I'm not gonna see her anymore, because how dare my girl fucking dance with a guy like that? You know, like that. Put her pussy in a guy's face for everybody to fucking see, and then I can still call her my girlfriend. Fuck no. Sorry, ladies, but that's the fucking truth. I know your boyfriend ain't gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna fucking tell you this. Okay, any guy with any sort of self-respect is not gonna put up with that shit. And number two, I would be thinking, oh, she's still fucking him. Now, she probably told him, no, I don't date Johnny, but that was a long time ago. I haven't dated him since we were kids. We're just friends now, and we're just dance partners now. There's nothing going on between me and him. You know, if she had told me that, I would have believed it until I saw that. Until I saw that dance sequence. Then I'd be like, oh, she bullshitted me. No, she's still fucking him, okay? That's exactly what I would have thought, okay? Any normal guy, ladies, sorry, but any normal guy would have thought that, okay? And the fact that Baby believes what Billy said about that, but he's not seeing her. No, in real life, Johnny Castle would still be fucking Penny. I'm not saying he wouldn't fuck Baby too. I'm not saying that Penny was not fucking Bobby Gould. I'm sure she was, okay? But what I'm saying is that he would have been fucking Penny as well as the rich Jewish middle-aged women that are there, okay? He would have been fucking Penny, he would have fucked Baby, he would have fucked their moms too, okay? He would have done that. In real life, that's what would have happened, okay? I'm not saying he's in love with any of them. He's not in a relationship with any of them. And if he is in a relationship, he's just bullshitting them because he wants to keep fucking them, and he knows that's what they want to hear. But realistically, a guy like Johnny Castle would have been fucking Penny, would have been fucking those rich older women while their husbands are out or not there. Okay, and he would have been fucking the teenage girls there, Baby too. He most definitely would have. He would have. And would have lied to all of them so they wouldn't find out about each other. The only one who would have known the truth would have been Penny, and that's only because I'm pretty sure they've known each other for so long. They already know that this is what they do. Okay, she would have been fucking him, despite the fact that she's also fucking Bobby. Okay, and he would have been fucking Baby and the other woman there, you know, and whoever else is there, despite the fact that he's also fucking Penny as well, his dance partner. Okay, so no, that's all bullshit. Okay, and if you believe that, ladies, then I got a fucking bridge that I want to fucking sell you. Okay, he might not be in a relationship with Penny anymore, but he's definitely fucking her. He's definitely still fucking her. Okay, that might actually even be his baby in her stomach. Okay, and not fucking and not Bobby's. Okay. If this movie was realistic, that's exactly how this would have gone down. But of course, you can't make a chick flick like that because, you know, no, you can't do that, right? Because that would hurt your feelings, wouldn't it? But realistically, that's exactly what would have been happening, okay? But of course, you know, this is Baby's point of view, so, you know, he's got to be perfect. You know, he can't be fucking all these other girls. He can only be fucking me, just me. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you believe that fucking shit. I got a bridge I want to fucking sell you, you dumb bitch. Okay, oh yeah, well, she's a kid, right? Yeah, I know she's 26 in real life, but she's playing a 17-year-old. Yeah, she better be 17. Otherwise, people are going to jail. Okay, Johnny's going to the real castle. All right, so that's going on here, okay? And, you know, another thing I couldn't understand about this dance scene is, like, you know, they're just dancing for fun. They're just dancing for fun. Okay, so why the hell are they dancing all like this, you know? You know, he picked, like I said, he picks her up and basically eats her out in front of everybody. They're supposed to be just dancing for fun. Why would you do this dance like that for just people that you're just friends with? You know? It's like, you know, if everyone knows that you all aren't really together, why are you dancing like that? Why are you eating her out in front of everybody? You know? I mean, anybody that doesn't know you is going to assume that y'all are fucking. You know, so, like, it makes no sense. Like, you're supposed to be dancing for fun. Okay, everyone else in the fucking dance floor is just grinding on each other. They're not fucking lifting each other, throwing themselves up in the air and shit like they're doing. They're not putting the girl on their shoulders and eating them out. Okay, they're not doing any of that shit. So why are they doing that? It's just they're not supposed to be putting on a show right now. They're just supposed to be fucking. I mean, they are technically for the audience watching the movie, okay, but they're just supposed to be dancing for fun. It's just rock and roll. They're off the clock now. They're just having fun. You know, instead they're putting on a fucking a dirty show for everybody. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, you know. You know, and if they are doing this, then like I said, they're fucking each other. They are, okay? And if you don't believe that, then you're fucking stupid, okay? Now, another thing about Johnny, okay, I'm going to criticize his dancing. This is probably the only time I'm going to criticize it, okay? But Johnny's dancing, okay, is a little bit ridiculous after this scene here because, you know, after you know, he's done dancing with Penny and they break away, he decides to go into this hip thrusting thing, you know, he's just like, I'm going to show you what he's doing, okay? Now, you've seen the movie, right? But I'm just going to show you for myself, okay? He's basically doing this, all right? He's basically doing the whole friggin', you know, the whole like, okay? He's doing this for like the next fucking 5 hours, okay? You know, it's like doing this shit, right? He walks over, there's Baby over there, getting his attention. He sees Billy with Baby, so he's like, you know, what's she doing here? Billy? Oh, she's with me. You know what'll happen if we get caught? Yeah. And she's like, oh, I carried a watermelon. He's like, funny. You know, and that's how he walks. He walks around like this. You know, and he does that for like a good fucking 5 hours. Okay, well, it felt like 5 hours. Nobody walks that way. Nobody walks that way. Nobody. Okay? Bullshit. Bullshit flag number 5 right there. Okay? He actually does that. He walks across the room, has a conversation, and walks away just like that. All right. Like, who the fuck walks that way? Nobody. I know the music's blaring, but you don't dance, you don't thrust your fucking hips everywhere you go. Like, is that the way he walks to the fucking bathroom? I gotta go take a piss. You know, like, what the fuck? It's just stupid. It's stupid. Anyway, so that's going on here. Thrusting his hips. Apparently that's the only thing he knows how to do because he decides to go up to her, go up to Baby and curls his finger, the famous, yeah, that famous scene. And so she's like, And she goes up there, and next thing you know, he's basically showing her how to fucking do what I was doing, right? Just doing that. Come on, you got it. You know. You know. They call it the stomach roll. Okay, he's basically teaching her the stomach roll. Okay. Anyone who knows anything about male strippers, okay, they call it the stomach roll. Okay, look at Magic Mike. That's what it's called. Okay, though. You know, and basically he's teaching her how to do that because that's the only thing he's fucking doing. It's just the whole. His hips are the star of this fucking movie, not him. All right, so that's going on here. He's teaching her how to do it. She fucks it up, and nobody gives a shit. And then once the song is over, he just walks away and leaves her there, and she's just like. Which actually, I'm gonna give him points for that. That's actually a cool thing to do. That's exactly what you do. Okay, when you're trying to seduce an underage girl who has no fucking life experiences, definitely no fucking sexual experiences, although I don't even really believe that. I do not believe that baby was a virgin in this movie, okay, or very limited sexual experiences. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, he's obviously older than her, more experienced, he knows how to talk to girls, he's had a lot more sexual encounters than she has, okay, so this is how you seduce, okay? You grab a dumbass girl who's 18, I would never fuck a 17-year-old, who's at least 18, you know, and you know more about life than she does, you know more about culture, you know how to fucking talk better than she does, you know how to socialize better, you know more people, you know more things, you've had more experiences, okay? This is what you do. Okay, you act like you're in charge, because you are, really. She's looking up to you to lead the whole interaction, and then you just fucking leave her there. That gets her like, is it me? Where'd he go? I want him to come back. And that's how you get her hooked. That's it. So he actually did that correctly. I give him props for that. Johnny Castle, that is the way you seduce a fucking underage girl, okay? Yeah. That's underage girl seduction 101 right there, and he nailed it. And he will later. Okay, I'm gonna stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of Dirty Dancing. All right, I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.